Hey everyone, welcome back to the Insurance Lounge with me, Tanya.
And me, Kristy.
We are your local insurance agent here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we are on a mission to make insurance less boring, more useful, and something you can actually feel confident about. Because our goal is to help you protect your family, your home, your business, and your future. All of it without making things overly complicated. So, with that said, Christy, what are we diving into today?
Let's talk about telematics. What
All
is it? What does
right.
it mean? Who's it good for? Who's it not good for?
Absolutely. So let's dive in real quick. What is telematics anyways for all of us who are not familiar with that, Christy?
Right. So different companies call it different things, but it's a program where your insurance company is going to be tracking your driving behaviors. Things like speed, braking, acceleration, whether you're using your phone or not when you're driving, one of my favorites,
Mhm.
your mileage, all of those things that impact the risk that you have on the road.
Absolutely. And based on the company that you're working through, it could look a little bit different, right? It could be through
Sure.
their mobile app. It could be a little device that they have you plugged into your car,
Yep.
things like that. So usually those are the two main form we see so far out there. But let's talk about like why is that a new thing now? Like, right? It seems like every company's offering it.
Right. Well, I mean, historically, your insurance company, let's face it, insurance is about risk. And so your company has to base your rate on something. They would use your age, your zip code, your history, and your credit. And a lot of people don't realize that credit plays into, your insurance rate. It does. It's a factor. When I talk with kids these days, I say, protect your credit. Always. It'll make everything in your life easier if you protect your credit. But as it applies to insurance rates, it is a rating factor historically. So telematics gives us something different to base that rate on, right?
Exactly. So, because we know that insurance is built on risk. So, if there is a way that, you can show and that you are a lower risk, that create a way for the insurance company to be able to offer you a lower price. So that's why it's popping up everywhere. Everyone is talking about it. Everyone is offering it. So that's a good sign,
Yeah,
right?
everybody likes to say, I'm a really safe driver. With telematics, you can put your money where your mouth is, literally.
Exactly. Exactly. So a lot of times, if you want to participate in this program, number one, usually when you sign up, you get a deep discount right away when you
Right off the
just
bat.
enroll, right? There's usually will once they start tracking your trip and at every renewal, you're going to see another discount where you get credit back for safe driving. The other thing that, telematic can be really good for too, that you want to consider, especially if you have young teenage driver or inexperienced driver, is kind of like the telematic thing is kind of like a guide, like a
Yeah.
coaching guide, right? Like
You
uh
know I like it for this reason.
absolutely. I mean,
Yep.
absolutely. You and I know that, Christy, when we started first driving, we didn't have any of that guidance,
Mm-hmm.
right? Our parents were not on the car with us all the time, not like we
Yep.
wanted them
Yep.
to anyways.
But I have a teen driver today, so I can tell if he's speeding, if he's driving aggressively, because if he's having a lot of hard braking, he's driving too fast for conditions. So I love being able to have that insight into his driving. So it helps me, right so far anyway, it helps me feel safer about him being on the road because he's doing pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yep. And that's what we tell our customers too. Sometimes the younger folks will listen to what the app telling them better than their parents or their
Sure,
guardians anyway. So
always.
So you, in a way, you can kind of be in the car with them all the time without being in the car with them. And then on the plus side, if everyone side drives safely, what we see across the board is oftentimes you can save anywhere between 10 and 20% off of your
Yeah,
insurance at every renewal. So depending on who you go through, that can really give you a nice little break, especially if your auto premium is a little bit on the higher side.
sure. And so it's one of the deepest discounts that we have at our disposal. I'm really a fan of it for, for that reason, among others. But um,
Absolutely,
a
Christy.
lot of people, though, don't like it, right? I don't want to be tracked. I don't want to be tracked.
That's right. We do have that too. So we do see two camps of people.
Hmm.
Some are big raving fans like Christy, and some are just very apprehensive and want nothing to do with it. So, we get it, right? In today's day and age, we want to protect our privacy, right, Christy? We,
Absolutely. That and it's totally fair.
yep,
But what
that.
I say to people is if you're carrying around a smartphone anyway, you're not off the grid, honey. I don't care how you set your settings, you're not off the grid.
Mhm.
You might as well get a discount for being tracked because you're getting tracked.
Yeah,
It's just the fact of the way it is these days. So many
absolutely.
different things are tracking us.
Yeah, if and that's just the truth, right? I mean, or
Just is what it is.
if you have Alexa or at home, right?
Ring cameras, yeah. I mean, heck, our refrigerators are smart these days. They know what we're buying at the grocery
That's
store.
right. Yeah. And if you think about it, if you have a smart vacuum at home, it maps your entire house. So really,
Hmm.
what kind of privacy do we have? So we're not saying that because we're trying to sway you one way or another. We want you to know, like, we understand that concern, but that's something that's glaring at you, consider that, we're being tracked everywhere. So unless we decide that we're going to have, just flip phones and no more iPhones and nothing
Yeah,
electronics at home, not even a baby monitor. That's really is the safest way where we can stay off the grid. Now, however, if you reconsider and say, maybe I should think about telematics, we do want to caution you though, because not all telematics programs are the
are the
same.
same. That's right. That's right. Some are discount only. Some are discount or carrot or stick, is the way I like to look at it. You'll get dinged for bad driving behavior.
Yeah.
So they can increase or decrease your premium. Some monitor short term, some are ongoing. So you really need to understand what it is that you're enrolling for if you do decide to use it.
Absolutely. And part of why we want to encourage you to really understand it, because then you can really consider, is this something that is right for me?
Right, right.
Right? So,
Because it's
Chris,
not right for everybody, right? Some
it is
people
not.
should skip it and some people should really consider it.
Yes. And we want to talk about, well, let's talk about all the one that who should really consider it first. And then we'll go through the list of people who maybe just skip
Yeah.
all of it.
Sure, sure. So I think those people who throw their phone in the back seat, when they're driving, that's maybe a good good person to consider it. If you work from home and don't drive a whole lot, if you really, really are a pretty safe driver, you're not aggressive, you're not speeding, you're not driving too fast for the traffic conditions around you, and you're, not afraid of having an accountability partner there, in your app or in your device, that's maybe a good candidate for telematics.
Yeah, absolutely. And all those boxes too, Christy, oftentimes I see it checked off for, those who are retired, for example,
Sure.
right? Driving low mileage, maybe just local, drivings a few days a week, maybe to the grocery store, maybe to a doctor's appointment, things like that where there's low traffic where you are. You never have to worry
Mm-hmm.
about slamming on your brakes or driving during, peak hours, traffic
Right.
hours, that things like that. So a few things to consider. So if you know exactly what the program is going to do, then you have a better understanding. Is it a good fit for me? Based on my lifestyle, based on where I'm at now. And then you can go from there.
Yeah. So who is it not a good fit for? Talk about that.
That is a wonderful question. That's a great question. So let's be honest, Kristy. If you are a kind of driver that you like your speed, you got a let foot, right?
Hmm.
You tend to drive, even if you don't know it, but you are an aggressive driver. You want to get to where you need to get to. I get it.
Hmm.
We're not here to judge at all. We all been in
Huh?
those situations. I think I'm more like that kind of driver, to be honest. I don't notice it. I don't do it intentionally, but I just know like I'm not
Hmm.
going to be a good fit for something like a telematics, right? Or you travel for work a lot, if
Yeah,
you
for
are a
sure.
traveling nurse, maybe that you drive, at least 25 to 50 miles plus a day to go to, your clients. Or you just really don't feel good about being monitored.
Sure. Yep.
That's okay. Just skip it. There's many other discounts that you can ask your agent for. Um,
Absolutely.
that doesn't put you in that situation, I mean, if you're going to be on the road, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to be focused, not having something in the back of your mind that makes you feel uncomfortable about.
Yeah.
So we have a few simple trick for you, right, Christy? To help
Yeah.
you decide, okay, is this something for me or is it not for me?
How do you drive? How much do you drive? Are you open to adjusting your habits with that feedback that, that the telematics program will give you? And are you comfortable with tracking? If you can
Mhm.
answer those questions, you can kind of figure out whether it's going to be the right thing for you or not. Even though, like I've said, I am a fan of it. In my agency, we tend not to maybe go straight out the door with that as a part of a quote until we really talk to somebody about it and find out if that's going to be something that they're interested in or not. Because, again, not everybody is.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you're working with an agent that's really, care about putting your interests first, that should be what they do anyway. So,
Sure.
your agent should be doing what Christy and my team are doing with our customer. We will only discuss discount and talk about coverages that is a good fit for you, that you see a benefit for, and that is going to help you, not hurt you, right?
Right.
So, just to sum it up, Christy, telematics are great because now insurance company has a way to help me prove that I am a safer risk than
And reward
all
me
of my
for it. Yeah.
neighbors, right?
Yep.
There is proof that I don't drive that many miles and that I should get a special discount because I am a safe driver.
Yep. Exactly.
So the next time, if this discount come up, what are some of the questions that our client can ask themselves before they decide to sign up or not?
I would say put yourself to the 3 question test, right? Am I actually really and truly dig deep now and answer the question truthfully? Am I a safe driver? Would I adjust my habits if I needed to? And am I really and truly comfortable with my driving behavior, so to speak, being monitored?
Absolutely. And if you can say yes to all three, then telematic might be something worthy of trying out.
Right? On the other hand, if the answer is a hard no on any of those, you might want to skip it.
Absolutely. So the next time you want to check on this, you might want to give your agent a call. And if you don't have an agent, you can either give Christy a call or myself.
We're happy to help.
Absolutely. So until next time, we'll see you.
Bye bye.